Tonight, we come together in a year when our musical world has been largely immobilized and for a while, totally silenced. We've taken the first steps on the tough road towards recovery, and despite some setbacks on that difficult shared journey, we should be proud because we're certainly far from defeated. A vaccine is now a little closer, we hope, but only time will tell how quickly we can re-establish ourselves. As we continue on this uncertain road ahead, we draw on our inner strength, on our resilience, and most importantly, our solidarity as a community of musicians and music lovers, as a Philharmonic community. This is a different, reimagined Royal Philharmonic Society award ceremony, but it's more important than ever this year to get together, even virtually, for this greatly anticipated event in our annual musical diary. This evening, we're going to make some serious noise about classical music and the vital force that it surely is. This year, we have learned that audiences' virtual attendance at events is a very uplifting reminder of the power of music to transcend boundaries, continents, seas, and oceans, sustaining us as a united, vibrant artistic community. And it is in this spirit that we greet you all tonight. We are here to celebrate the many great performers, composers, conductors, ensembles, orchestras, opera companies, directors, educationalists, and administrators, indeed, the entire industry across the 4 nations of the United Kingdom, which comprises and supports great artistic talents, which we are lucky to have been gifted. We all know that just participating in musical activity sustains us through the most trying, perplexing, and difficult moments of our lives. As an industry, we're grateful for government support so far in each region, but we need acknowledgement that this could easily be an 18-month or longer crisis for live performance, and we need our leaders to maintain an ongoing, honest and open dialogue with our industry. We need every opportunity to better explain the hurdles and the complexities ahead. Various recovery funds alone are not enough to sustain us to this time next year, for instance, and there's nothing to suggest that we'll be anywhere near back on our feet by then as an industry. We are grateful for and must acknowledge the dialogue taken forward to government by all of the working groups and task forces in each region. Of course, it's not just about saving iconic buildings and cultural institutions. So many livelihoods have been affected by the various measures needed to respond to and contain COVID-19, not least the self-employed and freelancers who so often get overlooked and left behind. By March 2021, if things don't improve for the self-employed, some will have not earned for a full year. Furlough has been extended until the end of March, and we need a similar scheme for those who have already fallen between the cracks in terms of any existing form of social welfare support. Live, the umbrella group representing the entire music sector, estimates a loss of 170,000 jobs by Christmas, and we know that unemployed musicians are already turning to food banks for support. And it's not only musicians and venues that have been hit, but all parts of the supply chain, including, for example, the infrastructure companies for outdoor events, transportation, music, instrument and equipment hire. England's Cultural Recovery Fund has already saved 10,000 jobs, but given the potential length of this crisis and the fact that the live events industry will certainly be among the last to reopen, we will continue to seek a better understanding from our civic leaders in every region and a national solidarity and support which should be given freely and unstintingly. We need to continue to be clear about the scale of what could be lost. Our leaders have already taken some good steps forward and they have listened. However, listening is not enough. We need a faster solution for getting aid to the self-employed. Many worked hard for decades paying their taxes and giving so much of themselves to society. Social welfare in bad times is their right. Let's not delay anymore in helping them. It's as simple as this: a right delayed is a right denied. When the time comes to rebuild our society and our economy, we must ensure that we've not allowed our cultural ecosystem to be dismantled or diminished. And now is the time to construct a narrative shaped to accommodate great artistic expression and to support all the livelihoods that make this unique expression possible. Right through this evening, you will see remarkable and uplifting endorsements of the significant role that music plays in our lives, in our wider community, and for people of all ages and backgrounds, and even more so in these difficult times. Our new Inspiration Award presents a magnificent, palpable picture of music making in lockdown, lifting our spirits like nothing else. Welcoming nominations from the public for the first time, almost 3,000 people wrote to us to tell us about the musical feats that kept them feeling bright in lockdown. Across all of our awards, our nominees and winners represent a nation of selfless, inspirational, resilient musicians and provides a picture of all that risks being lost if we don't collectively support classical music. All you have to do is listen to the stories of those shortlisted and commended in every category to get a true sense of the vibrant artistic nation that we are. It's worth repeating something I had the chance to say earlier this year. Access to the arts and culture is access to our national life and the universal right of every citizen. Confidence comes from participation in the arts and gives people a broader view of the wider world and the ability to challenge and to make change happen. We need to draw on every resource we can to heal and rebuild our society and cannot allow music to be neglected or overlooked in this. Classical music is no ornament or sideline. Nominees alone for the Impact Award show it transforming the outlook of stroke victims and their carers, teenagers with extreme mental health issues, and families impacted by the criminal justice system. We hope these awards rouse even greater curiosity, engagement, and pride in the fortifying and indispensable force that is classical music. I began tonight talking about our shared journey, a roadmap, if you like. Recently in England, we began to welcome audiences back safely as part of the government's phased reopening plans. We want and need to do this again when this current lockdown ends, and hopefully Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland can do likewise. We have already shown that it's safe and that it works. Exemption from quarantine for our artists who must travel for work and who represent us so brilliantly abroad, as well as those of international standing who so desperately want to visit us here, is vital in keeping us at the forefront of the international musical world. The sector is making huge efforts to draw in audiences safely for live performance, and we need those in power to look again and help us achieve all of this. So let's get on with the awards. A special thank you to BBC Radio 3 for being such an important partner again this year, and to all our generous award supporters. We need your help more than ever, and we're grateful for this help now when we need it most. And thank you also to our members for your ongoing vital support. We appeal to music lovers and music makers watching tonight to join the RPS as members yourselves, to help us support and empower more musicians and rouse even greater national pride and curiosity in our indispensable classical music world. Let's hope that we can all be together again physically and in the same place for next year's awards.